Namaste, dear Sulekha Astro viewers. From today, we are going to have a live sessions with the astrologers. You can ask your burning questions to the astrologers by giving your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. Even you no need to give the name, but just give it's a male or female because it's very important. Now we are going to see a topic which can be related to your questions, or else also you can ask any of your burning questions. It may be related to love, education, marriage, career, business, business development, promotions, increments, anything like wealth, or else if you want to go for to buy for an assets or sell for an asset, and loan, debt, which may be anything that is your burning questions. It can be answered to you by the astrologer, and I am the astrologer right now on the board to answer your questions. Now we can take a topic. Now we are going to see about the relationships, which is very important nowadays because the anyone like a male or a female. Now they have lot of relationship problems. Either it may be pre-marriage or post-marriage relationships. So what is relationship and where we are ending up with this relationship problems, and how to get the good partner in our life, and what all the remedies we can take to get the good partner in the life. Before entering into this topic, when you are giving your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, what I am going to see is that your chart. So we will be taking the live chart, and this live chart we are going to answer for the users, those who are going to chat with me. You can listen whatever I am going to say about your chart, and you can ask any questions regarding to your chart by providing your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. Now coming back to the relationship what we are talking about right now. First, this relationship problem we are going to see in the three different manner. One is that in between 15 to 22 or 23, and after 22, 23 till 35, 40, the male and a female, they are facing different kinds of relationship issues. Whereas beyond 40, they are facing different types of issues. Nowadays, nearly 40% to 50% of the relationships ends in the divorce or breakups, and they may say lot of uh, questions and lot of things were in their mind to break the relationship. But here it is not that I mean, when you are having a child, if it is in a long term relationship, when you are having a child, and if you are going to break up the relationship, and if you are going to end up with a single mom or a single dad for the child will have a lot of problems facing the society, and it may have a lot of mental stress when it is going to face the society, and even the child will become arrogant, or the child will have a lot of bad habits also. So, how to choose our partner? So, normally when love comes, it starts with the attraction. Unfortunately, when you are seeing a fruit, before tasting the fruit, when you are just seeing the fruit, by seeing the fruit itself, you are coming to the judgment that this fruit is very tasty, and the fruit may give good vitamins for my health, like that and all we are thinking. But unfortunately, whatever we are seeing directly, it may differ. For example, when you are seeing the person, you may judge about him, but when you are going to mix with the person, and when you're going to have a talk, or when you're having going to have a relationship, you come to know about a person at least 50%. But balance 50% of the person, it is very hard to see the opposite side of that particular person. So the judgment what we are having with the opposite person will be entirely different when we are going to get into the relationship. We may face some problems with that particular person. In normally when we are taking for the charts for compatibility of the bride and bridegrooms, we will be seeing one particular compatibility which is called as Vasya Porutham in Vedic astrology. Vasya means attraction between the male and a female. How much this attraction works, and going to when we are going for the long term relationship, so we need children's, and we want to build up our own family. For those things, we used to see the Yoni Portam, which is another important compatibility of the bride and bridegroom. So when it comes for the compatibility with one nakshatra to another nakshatra, it is very easy to find out the compatibility, how they will be good in intimacy, or how the attraction will be there between these two persons. But here we want to see another important thing, how the compatibility is first made of. In the magnet, there are two different sides, which is called North Pole and South Pole. So there's two different sides of the North Pole and South Pole. They both attracts to each other. Whereas the same North Pole and North Pole, they will distract. They can't attract. The same like that for the bride and bridegroom. The opposite side, for example, there are 12 houses. The first house will have the attraction with the seventh house, whereas the first house we used to call as an east side, and the seventh house it will be automatically the west side. If the second house will be the south side, and automatically the eighth house will be the north side. So these things will get attracted. And another important thing, each and every house plays an important role. In astrology, we differentiate the houses. It may be like mobile, immobile, and which is, immobile means stationary, and the third thing will be either immobile or immobile in that state. And these houses are divided like fire, land, and air and water. Like that, this 12 houses has been divided. Our grandfathers or brilliantly designed the thing how to make compatibility with the male and a female. For example, the land requires water. If land needs to flourish, water is a very important component. To store up the water, the land is important. So, for example, if a terrace person has good relationship or for the compatibility for the terrace, if it is a Scorpio, Cancer, or the Pisces, these three signs they attracts to each other. Again, coming back in these three also, the seventh from the terrace, the seventh house will be the Scorpio, and this Scorpio will will be having a good attraction with the terrace person. If the land, I mean, if the terrace is the land sign, and normally the Venus is like a ghee, and whereas the Mars is like a fire. So obviously the ghee will melt to the fire and it will give light to the fire. In general, what does the men and women needed? So the men and the women, if they are going to the love relationship or long term relationship, or they are going to end up with the marriage, they need four important things to run the show. So number one, they must have a good friendship. If they don't have a good friendship, the second stage we can't go, and we could not know about the passion of the others. Either if we don't know the passion of the others, we can't adjust with the opposite person. Even with our friends, with our family members also, if we know what they like, we can do for them. Without knowing how you could give the needs of the person, how you will realize what the person needed. So, the passion to understand the opposite sex is very, very important in the relationship. If you have the good friendship and if you have the good patience, you will automatically get the trust. That the trust is very, very important in a relationship. They must believe you. If they believe you, they will surrender to you. If you believe your opposite person, you will surrender to the opposite person. It may be friendship, or it may be your boss, anyone. When it is coming to the relationship, or anyone when it comes for the opposite person, the trust must be there. If the trust is there, the the relationship will move for the long time. Then if these three things like a friendship, good friendship, strong friendship, passion of knowing others wishes, their will, their ambitions, and their trust between you both, then the intimacy level will be good. When you have good intimate relationship between the male and a female, the life will be happy and joyful. First, in the love, we are seeing these four things. But when it comes for the long term relationship, when it ends with the marriage, we used to see lot other things. Because in the marriage, we used to say both must not have long conflicts. They must have, they must believe each other. They must believe each other families. They have to adjust with the each other's family, and they must earn good the wealth to earn and to live. They need good health. The health must be there. The longevity of the husband and wife. We used to see about the husband longevity because in the Vedic astrology, when we are going for the longevity, that comes for the for the brides, we used to see the Mangalya Sthana, which is called the longevity of the husband. But we used to see for both longevity of the husband and wife. Then children's, they want to build their family, their culture. For that, they need kids. So the male or female, they must not have any health issues. That is very important. And if it is a love marriage, the first 4 points what we spoke about that about the friendship, trust, passion, and the intimacy thing. But when it comes for the arranged marriage, we used to see about the how both can good in the intimate relationship, and if there is any curse between the male and a female chart, I mean the bride and the bridegroom's chart. In general, we used to see the compatibility with the bride chart only because it is very important for us to, I mean, we need the bride to be happy. If the bride is happy, the total family would be happy. So for that, we used to see the bride chart only. We will make the comparison with the bride chart and the bridegroom chart. And the nakshatras here, which is going to play is the nakshatra, the moon sign, the moon where where the moon where it is poised in which nakshatra, that is the nakshatra of that bride. That nakshatra compatibility is the first compatibility we used to see, that too from the rasi. But it has to be seen from the ascendant also. Lagna also plays the very, very important role, and the Lagna Lord is very important when we are seeing the bride and bridegroom chart. See if the male or female, when they are entering into the relationship, if they have love, if they have passion on building a family, and if they have a sacrificing mindset for their family, or if they are only having 50% for the family and 50% for the outsiders or outside world, or they don't love their family, they love only their career, job, work, or outside relationships, which has to be seen in the first stage. Then we used to see about the child's I mean, sorry, bridegroom's viryasthana. Viryasthana means the courage of the person. Not only the courage, the marriage is for the building a family. To build a family, he needs to have some kids. So we used to see how much kids they have, or else the person is good enough to build the family. We used to see, as well as the girl, either she can adjust and build the family. Does the bride has the fortune? Does the bride has the fortune? I mean, fortune to have children's family. We used to see that also when it comes in the compatibility for the non-love marriages. In the love marriage, we won't see the compatibility because the male and a female and the bride and the bridegroom are already matched by the nature or Almighty. This is the main thing. But we used to say about the male, their nature, and the female and their nature to both of them, and how far they have to adjust with each other after marriage. Because before marriage, they used to have the relationship, they used to love uh, uh, as far as they much. You can see like an eye and the eyelid, but after marriage, everything will get changed because of their family situation, family backgrounds. Because when the bride is entering to the new family, obviously she has to face some new circumstances. In those circumstances, she has to adjust. If she can't adjust, then the problem gets started. So when we are seeing the relationship, when they are entering into the relationship, all the criteria has to be checked by the person, I mean the family members of the bride and bridegroom, if it is an arranged marriage. If it is a love marriage, ensure you both has to ensure that the match is made for you or not. After the decision made, you can't change the decision. Why you can't change the decision? Because it is the whenever you are going entering into the new relationship, and that too for the first time, it's very obvious. It's very obvious this first relationship will be in your subconscious mind, and this will disturb till your end of the life. So when you are choosing your partner, when you are entering into their first love, ensure that the opposite person or your partner is made for you only. Because later on, later stage, after you both will be like an eye and an eyelid. Then after that, if it gets break up, then it is very hard to digest, and you both will face the loneliness, and this loneliness kills you both. So while you are entering, and if you want to enter to the relationship, not only just because of the attraction, but also you have to make sure that this relationship is good, and you both can lead a successful life, and you both can move forward to build a family, those things has to be ensured first, and everything must be promised by you both, because it is very very important. This is not only going to, when it comes for a breakup, it is not only going to break your heart, it will also break your parents or your guardian's heart. If you have any questions related to anything, it may be your burning questions, it may be related to your career, it may be related to your business, or it may be related to health, wealth, procuring assets, moving to any foreign lands, and having lot of disturbances in your life and feeling loneliness in your life, and you can't move forward and you're always thinking any negative thoughts is coming always, everything you can ask with the astrologers. And also this sulekhaastro.com, you can see a board of astrologers are there, or a well experienced astrologers where they can guide you in your life, and they can show you the lights for your way wherever you have the struggle. Hope this live conversation will be useful for you. And if you have any doubts or any questions, you can comment on this video, I mean on the bottom of this video. And also you can share to your friends, whomever needs the support from the astrologer can ask the question. I will surely answer all your questions in the in this channel. Thank you, friends. Namaste.